Welcome everyone for yet another special report on Belgavi Smart Cities uh, Integrated Command Control Center second phase project. Today we have guests who are basically IT experts locally, and some people will be connecting from Hyderabad and Bangalore, and plus we also have the smart city officials sitting on my right hand side. We have Mr. Satish Kumar Singh from Belgavi Smart City Limited. Then we have Mr. Salman Shingekar. He's also an IT expert and takes care of the Integrated Command Control Center project in Belgavi Smart City Limited. And on my left side, we have Mr. Ajit Patil.
Yep.
He's an IT entrepreneur, runs a company called Fast Internet. He's basically an ISP here. And we have Mr. Basav Reddy, who's an IT entrepreneur again. And plus we have Mr. Suman Chaudhary, who is joining us from Bangalore, and he's basically consulting and advising Belgavi Smart City on the second phase of the Integrated Command Control Center, which is basically surveillance and security and traffic violation management, and also for parking. So I request Mr. Salman to give a brief introduction about the project.
So in the smart city, we have taken this is not a second phase, as this is the city surveillance and traffic management system and parking management system. So under this we have taken 297 cameras with 3 police station limits, and all the feeds will be integrated to their respective police stations of the 3 police station limit, that is Shahpur police station, Tilakwadi police station and Udyambag police station. And the same link of the viewing is being given to the Integrated Command Control Center Belgavi. So in this nature, the 3 components with different surveillance, parking management and traffic management, these 3 major things are being taken in this project.
How would it basically enhance the existing command and control center? How this particular project?
Basically, talking, Mr. Rajkumarji, starting as you told, that is an ICT phase 2. Actually the name has been changed and it is being kept as a separate kind of entity, which is city surveillance and traffic management, as my colleague Mr. Salman was telling. So it enhances that thing, that whatever the aspects has been taken in the RFP in the first case, I think the surveillance was a part, and traffic management we found that it has been left. So in this concern, we took this as an opportunity that okay, at least all the components should be touched, because Belgavi is a city where it has to be full-fledged operational things should be available here for the entire public. So in this concern, we got we did a survey over this, and we got a clearance from police department, and they identified the locations that these 3 police limits can be taken. Before this, we went for the survey and we checked that in fact the police department has an existing system which is not functioning properly. It is a hybrid kind of a system. So this will add on as I see.
When it is not working in the entire city or only in parts of the city, the existing police system, the police department surveillance.
I found it like that it is not working. We went it. So such kind of things. So in this concern, how that it will boost the city, because maximum time what we see that whenever people are traveling from Goa, they come to Belgavi. All these 3 location, or the police station limit which has been taken, are too narrow. So people do have a parking issue. They will park far away from that.
Which are these 3? Shahpur police station, Tilakwadi and Udyambag. But I am really surprised when you are saying that they're too narrow, because that is Udyambag and Tilakwadi are not narrow. When you compare a Khade Bazar police station or a market police station limit, you cannot call Udyambag and Tilakwadi police station narrow. They are more structured. They're wide enough roads.
Maybe he just meant to say that the violation is more on that side, because the Goa people enter.
You're saying what? Traffic violation? So
Yeah.
traffic violation only happen when the roads are narrow. This is where he was coming from.
Parking, with respect to
Yeah.
parking, is referring, I guess.
But I think these two police stations.
No, I get your point.
Yeah.
Probably he was just trying to say that the people who travel from outside the state,
They don't navigate the entire
Yeah,
city.
yeah. So they
So
just-
if
they
we
start
have
from
a
there.
proper parking management solutions, so it could be a better. At least it can boost up the things, because people, I have seen people when I'm almost was here, so I saw people parking very far away and they are not able to do marketing and all such kind of issue there. So always these three was taken, and these three we got a police clearance also. So we got.
You are reducing their work, so obviously you'll get the clearance.
It's not about we as a Belgavi Smart Cities always found that all the utilities should be provided to the public, whether it's
No, but out of 8 police stations, there are basically 10 police stations, but there are 2 women police stations. So I will not take that into account. But 8 police stations in the city, you have taken only 3 police stations in this particular project, and all these 3 police stations are in Belgaum South. They are, and no police stations from Belgaum North are taken. I'm just finishing. Whereas Belgaum North is the epicenter of all kinds of action. Basically, if any protests are happening, the DC office is here, the police commissionerate office is here, the city corporation office is here, your office is in North. So major government offices where citizen interaction is there is in North. Protests happen in Belgaum North.
He has a point.
Belgaum, no, let me finish. Belgaum is sensitive communally and linguistically. So we have communal violence happening once, at least one. There is some sporadic incident that happen once in a year. So that happens in Belgaum North. And again, linguistic issues prop up in mainly in Belgaum North. So why are these police stations, like for example, I would say a Khade Bazar police station and Market police station,
Yes.
they are at the epicenter of all kinds of all possible things. From like your bus stand is in Market police station limit, so a lot of theft happens, robberies, like pickpocketing, a lot of things basically happen. Why are these stations not included in your project?
I was coming to your point that
Yeah.
especially like you have seen our the existing infrastructure what we have. So wherever in the north side, as actually Belgaum is divided in 2 parts, north and south, so which is comes. So in the north part we have few cameras, right? If you're not aware that we have near Gopte also few cameras. So at least the camera was lacking on that part of the site. So the clearance has been taken from the police department that okay, they only justified and clarified giving the lat longs that kindly you take this as a first primary. It was not a smart cities decision, because we have a nodal agency. If you are not aware that KUFC is the nodal agency, we have a state level high empowered committee. So all these things, in fact, choosing a location, it can't be merely Salman or Satish or anybody in the smart city. It will be it has to be a different path,
From the user's point of view.
users' points of view. So we got the approval, and we have a technical committee also, which is being headed by IIIT Bangalore professor. So they also came and they did a survey, and then we got a clearance on all these 3, and then it was taken. And the sky is always a limit, and there is always I believe in thing that there is always a scope of improvement everywhere.
So,
if we-
just to interrupt you again, out of the various projects that are happening in Belgaum Smart City, how many are designated for IT, and how many projects are which belong to IT?
So I want to
It
clear.
will
One
be-
is-
it will be again a deviation from our current.
No. What I'm asking you is, since you said that there is also a limitation of funds.
It is not a limitation of fund. It's just like
As far as my understanding goes, I think only command center is the only IT project which
No.
any other.
We are having
I want you to.
Yeah.
So that's
We
why-
have completed smart classroom phase 1.
No, see,
And
smart
phase
classroom.
two.
No, smart classroom. I will not take it as an IT project.
No. Yeah,
I will not take it as an IT.
No.
Just if you're
Can we-
going-
can-
no, if you're going to put 2-3 develop 2-3 classrooms.
It's not about 2-3 classrooms.
Are you like what is the cost? What is the cost of a smart?
I think Salman will best
Yeah,
answer.
yeah.
Let him answer.
3.1 crore for the smart classroom phase 1.
One.
Phase 1 and phase 2 we have done. In phase 1 we have covered 8 schools and in phase 2 we have covered 3 schools. Total 11 number of schools we have covered in. That is 6 number of are in the north and 5 number of in the south. In the upcoming project is there, which is Smart Classroom Phase 4. In that we are not spending on each school and each classroom. We are covering all the government schools, 147 government schools we are going to take in the Smart Classroom Phase 4 project. In that, for each school we are providing 3 interactive kind of all-in-one projectors. So in phase 1-2 we have lagged with taking some other schools, which is going to be a cost implication.
My point was when you are building an IT system, my point was that Belgaum Smart City, when it is spending 1,000 crores, so for IT systems which will basically serve the citizens, like for your command center, we will basically serve all types of citizens. We'll cover the large, your smart classrooms are again limited. So what I'm saying is, how many such projects are you investing? Because you said that this second phase of command center funds, whatever. I would, from a common man's point of view, I will take it as the second phase of command center.
No. To be very precisely, it could be a very wrong thing because
city-based CCTV surveillance.
Okay, you take
I'm sorry to interrupt all you guys.
yes.
Let's not deviate from the original agenda here, because we started with surveillance, monitoring and traffic monitoring system, and parking monitoring system, traffic and surveillance. We'll stick to that, and we'll keep the rest for this.
Yeah, definitely. No, my point was that they said that there's a shortage of funds.
No, he didn't categorically say that about the fund part. He said that there are stakeholders who have put together and took the decision. I had a question for that specific statement. Was the stakeholders you mentioned, IIITB, Bangalore, and so on and so forth, how many of them do actually live here?
I think you are not, again you are just
When
to
you
be very
say-
frank, let's understand the smart city structure. So it has a state level committee as well as it has a local committee also.
Yes.
Which local committee? Who are part of the local committee?
All the professors.
Here in
How
the
many-
local committee, we are having 2 KLE professors, one from IIIT Bangalore. He is Professor Rajgopal, who is appointed from the government of Karnataka for this state technical committee.
Okay. So the question was simple: how many live here? So the answer is 2. Right?
No, 4.
Actually, we are also
the part of that.
committee member.
Okay, so you're also part. So when I said how many live here, means how many people live here. Literally.
Correct.
So you consider yourself as living here?
So you're basically official.
No, you are asking about the committee.
No, not the committee. My question is simple. See, when you said there are stakeholders who have sat together, decided which area to be taken first, correct? And that demographically, if those people live here, will be the right people to tell you, correct? Okay, let me complete. Now, assuming, hypothetically speaking, there are 10 people in the committee, okay, including you two, Commissioner of Police, DC, MD, and the 5 other people. So my question was very simple: out of the 10, how many actually live here? They are the right people whose advice will be validated, because they go through it on a daily basis. Somebody sitting in the Bangalore won't be able to. I'm not denying that they don't have the power. They do. They will. They are appointed. They will do the task. But in a democratic country, the voice should be heard from the bottom up, right? So what he is trying to say is, when those 3 areas were considered, so was that like taken just based on this, some assumption, something like that, or from the field level, somebody who is concerned to that area was also considered or taken?
While doing the survey for this, the police commissioner directed the respective SIs of the sub-inspector of the respective police station of these 3 limits. With them, the area were surveyed and the locations were given from the police department.
So the SI from 3 police station limits were connected, and then how about the SI from the other police limits? They were not connected.
No police station from Belgaum North were considered. No. See, this is very no. What I'm saying. What I want to see where I am coming from.
I know. I know what.
See, I'll tell you. Belgaum City Belgaum North is hub for all, all kinds of action happens here. Why it is not covered here? Is it a fund issue? Is it a decision taken, a strategic decision taken by police commissioner and your committee that Belgaum North nothing happens? No robberies happen, nothing happens, everything is fine in Belgaum North.
Traffic is
we
all
can keep our eyes closed, we can keep the doors open. So I think the police commissioner is saying that. So that is the reason let's not cover anything in Belgaum North. I am asking you that. That is my query.
In this,
No, you have to buy. No. Why? See, you can't bifurcate. Now, what I am saying, okay, now I will come. I'll be more pinpoint. Market police station and Khadevar police station are two police stations where lot of action happens.
I want to clear you here. The one thing, you may have seen number of cameras from the police department, that is above 120 or something, all been installed by police department. So number of more than 60 or 70 cameras are been installed in the north part.
Basu Reddy, you've done some work with Belgaum police.
Correct.
I want you to tell that now. Your architecture is an NVR based architecture. Am I right?
So you're getting into technicality of,
Yeah, I'm
of
asking.
the technology.
Yeah. So the architecture that you are following is basically an NVR based architecture, and plus you've also worked with the police department. The reason why I'm asking this question is what Salman says that in Belgaum North, in these police stations, 120 odd cameras are already functional. So I'm sure they must have fixed those cameras or that kind of surveillance system 3-4 years back or 4-5 years back. So comparing technology of that time, proposed technology, a platform, and in future, how would all these various platforms, would they be integrated? Is it possible to integrate them and get it on the command center? Yes, which again, command center where access only for the police personnel. Is it possible?
Looking at the police infrastructure currently, yes, as smart city people told, they have majority cameras in the north, very less in the south. And the thing is that this was done almost 3-4 years back, and that was a challenge then. So although because of that, this project I think has been taken up. Okay, and the problem is, even with that system, okay, it was 4 years back and they couldn't implement the open system architecture, which I would rather feel we should be doing now. We have learned from that mistake already. So if we can get something now, we can swap all those cameras to the open system right away, and it still can become a very useful system.
No, what do you think is like they are using a NVR based system?
Correct.
You are proposing a VMS based, a video server based open end system.
Yes.
What are the pros and cons? And I want people even who have joined us through Zoom meeting, even if they can.
I think it would be better Suman can.
Yeah, if Mr. Suman can give us some information regarding this. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're audible. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I heard that question. So there are a couple of reasons now. I'll quickly answer the couple of questions you have been discussing. One is the why South and why not. I think Satish and Salman would have given you the reason. One is South was there was no surveillance that was existent there. Okay, and we had to start somewhere. And the premise of this project is that it's being done on a pilot which has the capability to expand pan Belgavi. Okay, so now we have to start somewhere, and our analysis told that South was one of the areas which is densely populated and there was hardly any surveillance. So the need of the hour, and also from the police department, the crime record that was shown, we have taken that record. Now we went about deciding on the solution and also deciding on the architecture that should be there. Now, of course, you don't have unlimited fund. Now, for a pilot project that was done, we came up with a solution with the CPE technology. Now, CPE technology, if you see, it doesn't need a lot of dependency of a service provided like BSNL, who provide the bandwidth. Sometimes it can be a very expensive proposition. Now, the technology that was chosen, depending on the various limitations we had. So all the 3 police stations which were considered were also closely linked. So one of the technology that
Sumanji,
was
have you come
selected
to
was CT.
Belgaum and studied all the locations before you came up with the RFP document?
Yes, I was in Belgaum. I had been there, and some of
Okay.
the survey that was done by ground people who live in Belgavi. So it is on the paper. Whatever survey has been done was done by people who are in Belgavi, and I was in Belgavi. So yeah.
You were
So
not,
going
you
back
were
to
not
the
part of the survey?
sorry.
Yeah, you were part of the survey, or you were depending on the people in Belgavi who were doing the survey?
So I was also part of the survey, and of course, I was not there on entire 80 or 90 days whenever it was done. So yes, but the report came to us, and it was, the survey was taken and it was studied by us. Of course, one way of doing it is you can ask every people and they will have different views and all that. We were going by a very data centric way of approaching this project, and that is how the decision of some of the things that you see in the project has been taken. Also on the technology that we have, the decision to take this technology has been considered by taking different limitations that we had, and the architecture that is being proposed has been also with the three police stations which are there, which are closely linked, and the limitation of the budget, with keeping in mind how it can be expanded further pan Belgavi.
See, but I have a few guests who disagree with the platform that you have suggested, and I would request one of you all to prove your point and express on what you have to say to what Sumanji is saying.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah, who has done this survey? Matlab, they are the background of video analytic skills and all. Are the generic people? Are the some engineer? Or some kind of a consultant? It has been outsourced.
So no, the survey which was done by a PMC who is responsible for most of the documenting all the projects.
Sumanji, his question was directed to Salman and Satish. I think they will answer that, because you were only advising them, but they were the team who were basically doing the survey here.
No, you may be knowing this. All the project will be having a PMC definitely.
Yeah. No. What he asked is that the people who did the survey, do they have any? Are they generic IT, or are they having expertise in? Are they having expertise in video analytics and
Correct.
other things that are concerned to that particular field? Yeah, please ask him to continue. You were saying something. Not Suman. I think you guys were supposed to answer. What is the other person's name?
Shashidhar.
Shashidhar. He was asking all that question.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know whether they have any expertise who have done this survey, because city surveillance is not a small kind of a job. It requires a plenty of knowledge about the analytical skills and how it has to be done, how to get the result, because analytic is not a small amount of a job. We need an end result of it. We are working for a smart city with the bell, but in the bell there is no technical people who are working on the city surveillance. They call us and understand the requirement and analyze the requirement, and then we give a RFP.
I totally disagree with you this, because the city surveillance project which we are talking, it's not concerned with Bell. So the people were well qualified, and we have chosen them based on their prior experience on that, also on city surveillance part, right? Now my simple question with this, that suppose you are worried about the cameras, right? The cameras and the analytics. So the camera always it get enhanced, right? But where the analytics, it's totally dependent upon the software, so that can be extracted at any point of time that we have taken care. So analytics won't be a tough thing, and it won't merely depend upon the camera. It can be in
Your second point, I agree with your second point, but not with the first point, because camera gives you the feeds. If camera doesn't have the capabilities of the giving a feed, then we cannot do the analytical job in the back end.
I totally agree with you, but the cameras what we have taken, you can check the specifications, they are all on the standards, and we have followed all the government of India's guidelines regarding the CVV, whatever the surveillance part take place. So it's taken care. Apart from this, the basic thing was we should make such kind of a provision that suppose you take an example of China, if there are many things for per person, there will be a camera. So across the country of India, which is a democratic country, we have a core limitations. We can't put everywhere camera. The cameras should be properly justified. So the locations are also being finalized on that, and whoever comes after bidding, so definitely he'll come with a proper plan, right? And that proper plan will be totally cross-verified with the PMC and all the committee members. When it is totally satisfied, then only we can go through. That is the total way of going forward in this process.
My second question, how you certify it's an Indian OEM or a non-Chinese OEM? How you certify?
Have you read that document, or have you gone through the RFP
Tender document.
Shashidhar?
I have gone through the Belgaum Smart City document.
No. I am talking about city surveillance, not the RFP of the first part what you are talking. The city surveillance is basically a totally different project. So that RFP I am speaking about. Have you gone through it? If not, like then we have.
I have to go through. If you can just put some of the inputs here. Yeah, there are. Can you just give guidelines? What all the parameter which?
No, Basudji, can you explain your understanding of they are using three NVRs in the proposed project? I think you have to just give a.
He is more, concerned about how the.
So Shashidhar's second question, by the way, this is Ajit Patil, is how do you actually ensure that the product is non-Chinese OEM? That's his question, and you referred saying that the RFP will take care of that because you mentioned that.
While
Now,
procurement,
you'll specify the condition that it has to meet the country of origin and all those things, but I don't know whether he specifically meant a declaration from the vendor is good enough, or do you?
No.
We'll do a QC also. We are doing a QC. That QC has been done by third party also, and after that we come to a conclusion, not merely based on the document if he is submitting. Merely a page of document can't be treated that it has.
No, but again, see, Salman, I want to ask, coming back to the main question, is I think we are here debating on, discussing on NVR based platform or a VMS based platform. So I want you all to discuss and tell us about which is better and which is basically going to be open-ended, which is going to be future-proof. I want to discuss on that because today you are only considering 3. Tomorrow there will be more police stations. So then you have various cameras belonging to various different technologies, and then will they be able to integrate and connect to one command center where the police or whatever the officials who want to access, will it be able to access all the devices? One. Number 2, will it be scalable? And third thing is, will it also integrate to like facial recognition or number plate recognition and all? And I also want to know whether your existing system, your proposed system, will it also integrate to Vahan and Sarathi, which is basically your national and state level portal for your RTO, basically.
as for this RTO and e-Vahan, as we have given the letter for the integration, but we did not get the response from them, and they have said to speak with the GOI for the integration of this e-Vahan. Yeah,
What did you?
their central portal
The central portal.
for you.
Because I think I went through your this thing. I didn't see any integration to Vahan or Sarthi. Then what is the purpose of having traffic violations if you can't identify their number plate?
Manual generation, manual channel generation.
No, but if you I have seen Bangalore RFP, there they have given integration to Vahan and Sarthi. In case there's a traffic violation, they'll see the number plate. Automatically they'll come to know who is the owner.
Integration is a part of that, and we have requested for the.
But your RFP does not mention that.
No, it is.
I have never seen this word Vahan and Sarthi in your RFP.
No, it is
That it can be integrated.
It can be and it will be.
And we have requested a letter. We have requested them.
So is that the task of the person who's making the tender, or the person who bids for the RFP? He should be doing that, isn't it?
It is a task. It is a.
Yeah, you will facilitate the process of integration, but you will not be responsible for doing it. So if you get a system and without declaring that it should be possible to integrate with e-Vahan without specifying that, and if you end up with a product which cannot be, then how will you be?
I come from a software development background, almost 10 years of experience. That the total integration depends upon the API. For that API, we have requested it. Once we get the response from that body, statutory body, we can do it. It's not a part. Let's not confuse it.
No, but it is not. You can do it. See, you can do a lot of things. You can do a lot of things. But right now in your present RFP.
I think yeah, it is there. It is there because I was a part of that.
No, I have not seen.
If it's not, they will get it in the corrigendum. So that's fine. So if it's there, because he's claiming it's there, we claim it's not there. If it's not there, we'll put it. If it's there, well and good.
I think as a layman perspective, you should understand it's a kind of mandatory thing, right? And many times when you
are going through any of kind of things, and integration is always kept as an open-ended part, right? It can be integrated. Suppose I'll tell you now, I have a viewing part which is additionally added in the security of the CCTV surveillance to in the command center. Since it is always advisable not to provide such kind of things, but we have kept a provision. Such small things always we have taken care, and it can be added any of the time.
You are saying that the feature of this, one of the features.
Once we get
For existing, you are saying for command control center for this integration. Yes, it is possible.
No, I am talking about integrating.
They are telling about the which in this project.
Eventually, what we want, a user,
It's echoing.
what he's trying to say is, if a violation is detected, will that information be passed across to e-Vahan website, yes or no?
For that I was clarifying that for getting that information, like to integrate it, we followed a procedure, right? Once we get approval, it is doable. It's just a matter of API adjusting it and getting the request and response. The answer is yes. That is always the integration. Always
That feature will be included. You are trying to say that feature will be included.
If they allow us to integrate.
They will have to.
We are waiting for the
Government of India, and we are requesting from the Government of India. So
let's not.
No, why I'm trying to say here is because if I am buying a software, for example, I will say that I will facilitate the integration with e-Vahan. However, your software should be capable of talking to that API. Yes, no. I will not say a blanket yes, because I'm not a software guy, right? You are a software guy. You know it is always yes, but I don't know it's always yes. I'll say I want a software which is capable of integrating. Tomorrow, after I give you the API,
that's come under the scalability of the software, which has to be an integral part of that.
Let's play devil's advocate. I am the vendor. I am bidding to you, and if your document doesn't say it should be integrated, I will make sure that it will not integrated.
But tomorrow you will say you want extra money for that.
Yes, exactly, because I will say you never mentioned that. You never told me that it should be integrated with e-Vahan. I don't know what platform they use. They use ASP, they use PHP, they use MySQL. I don't know.
To be very frank, like if you can take it like working so many years in development, and integration is always a request part which
But it costs you. No, it costs you money. Every integration costs you money. Every integration costs.
I'm sorry,
Nobody gives you free.
I'm sorry, one second.
The system should be capable of doing it.
Just ask them. What is their opinion on this?
Suman, can you explain on this, please?
Yeah, so let me explain this.
Let me give me 1 minute. Shashida here on the API integration. Integration will be done by E1 website team, not by the CCTV or the vendor. Who is going to bid the vendor or who is going to get the vendor? That person cannot do the integration. He can give you only API. Integration can be done through E1 team only or the website designer only.
Okay. So yeah, so now I'd like to answer. So suppose you are building something and there is a dependency. Suppose you are building a canal and water has to come from a different department. You will make the canal, you will make all the provisions so that if one day, if the water comes in, right? If the water comes in, it is suitable, it is made in a way that water will be accepted and it will be taken everywhere, whether it has to be gone, wherever it has to be gone. It is in the same way we have made it in the RF document and the DPR that it has whoever is doing this project has to ensure that the system is capable that one day when we start getting data, when the integration with the E1 API is open, our system is fully capable to integrate in a very, yeah. So, we can build the capability. Now, if the data is not coming from E1, the integration is not there, you can just sit and wait for the approval to happen so that it goes. What you can do till then is to build your system in a way that if it opens, it doesn't crash. You do all that testing on your own way, and then you build that system in that way.
Okay. So that's answered.
And that has been put in the RFP document. That is in the
It is
DPR
there in the
document.
RFP document itself.
Okay.
So that's clear, right? As far as we know that it can be integrated and that is mentioned in the
But
document.
Sumanji, will it cost extra for the developer or the vendor an extra fee?
Will they charge us more money when it's open?
It'll definitely be charged extra, right?
Now, when suppose if you had to work a lot, you have not done any homework. You have not done your whole thing has to be changed. Once the data starts flowing in, of course, you have to spend a lot of money and resource and maybe a lot of things have to be structured. But if you have structured it in a way after studying the API that is going to come, then all that it will take is like plugging it in, and that will not be we have to include it in the. If it is not there, it is understood. There are a lot of things which is it is not a big effort. It will be taking one day, one person one day to just plug it in. It is if the structure is in place. So, and we have mentioned that the structure has to be in place.
That all things will be taken care. As in our existing CKC platform, we already have the provision for after laying this 24/7 water supply that is to be integrated with the ICCC. For the smart lighting in the PPP mode, we have taken the LED projects for the whole city. That is to be integrated with the ICCC, and in the we have provisioned it.
In your RFP document, you had some more questions. One was the major, the platform part. We haven't got the answer for that yet. Yeah. Suman, this is Ajit Patil here. So one of the question Rajiv had mentioned was the platform which is NVR based and non-NVR, which is open VMS type of platform. The concern with that was, is NVR based solution scalable enough for the entire city, or should we look for something right away so tomorrow we don't have to change it?
So the analysis or the whole solution that was proposed was, we kept in mind that this is a pilot project which has to be scaled to the entire Belgavi city, which also includes your north side. Now the NVR project, if you see, there was a study done on the existing smart cities where the same technology has been used, and there are cities which are under the smart city program which have used this technology successfully for pan city with the size of Belgavi or probably more. So this is a proven technology. Now, of course, can start debating about, oh, this doesn't do that and this doesn't do that, but you also have to think about the constraints and how you are going to work, which we have done the analysis. And yes, it is proved in other smart city projects that this NVR technology is scalable. So the answer is yes.
Okay. Do you have any?
Sir, I'd like to disagree. Sir, can you suggest which are the smart cities where NVRs are being used?
Is Pimpri. So if you see the RFP document of Pimpri, and which has been also undertaken now, the technology that was supposed, and it is also in the DPR. So we had given this whole use case where this particular smart city has taken up this technology and they are going ahead with this, and they have more cameras than what is being proposed in the Belgavi surveillance project.
So it means
Sir,
to say we are
Pimpri
just only for
Chinchwad.
recording purpose we are keeping the smart city.
No, not just that. Pimpri Chinchwad Smart City is not using a NVR based system. It is 100% sure they are using a VMS based platform. There is not even a single smart city in India where NVR system is used. NVR is primarily used in residential surveillance or retail sort of a setup where you have this. And I would humbly request the authorities to kindly verify PCMC Smart City being implemented by Tech Mahindra is 100% a VMS based system. Because NVR systems are not open, it is a closed setup. It is not scalable. It is not flexible. It is not adaptable to. But I think, we'll have to really ensure the facts or verify the facts before proceeding. But if we are in the assumption that NVR system is used, neither it is integratable to phase 1 or in next phase 3 that you are planning, because until and unless you go for the same existing NVR that you have bought
It's a
in phase 2.
limitation. It is for only for the limitation. It has got a huge limitation if you're going for an NVR. NVR works, one is only on with protocol, not other protocols.
Okay.
Even if you ask me, all this while I was just listening this, I am working on this NVR for a department, and we have faced enough problems with it. Although we have been working on it from past 3 years, that time there was a constraint with it. Maybe that's why they have not implemented, and I have not implemented it, someone else has. But if I have to implement something today, I would strongly say we should go with some VMS kind of architecture, where we have this, off-the-shelf servers with specialized software. So what actually is happening currently is most of the OEMs, I'm not saying Chinese, non-Chinese, I don't want to get into all that. So any OEMs nowadays are bundling the hardware and software. So it's like you buy our hardware and we are giving you the software.
More like Apple.
Yeah, something like that. And they want to keep you in their cage.
Yeah.
That's what they will ultimately do. That's how it works. Okay, it's their business. So we being system integrators or on a city level surveillance team, we should try and see that not get into
That
kind of a trap. And the advantage of using this open system also is this software VMS gives a lot of new updates with respect to analytics and all these things, which usually is not available in terms of this other hardware. Where if they want, you have to buy a new hardware altogether.
Yeah, anywhere is basically hardware based.
And the hardware cost also, if you have to compare one by one, then most of the cost is very high. So a sustainable architecture and a cost-saving architecture would be the open system, is what I personally believe in my experience.
Sumanji, what do you think is the problem with using VMS based architecture in Belgaum?
Now, if you see, Belgavi has only one service provider. BSNL is one of the service provider there. And there is going to be high dependency on the person who is providing you the internet.
Sumanji, I beg to differ, but in our own discussion, we have one ISP person here. Ajit heads a company called Fast Network. He's one of the most popular ISP service providers, ISP in Belgaum. You have BSNL, you have I think 6 to 7 ISPs. So there is no question of being dependent on only one ISP.
Ajit has covered more city of Belgavi compared to BSNL.
Now, if you're depending on the ISP, one is you have a OPEX cost and you have a CAPEX cost. Now, you're building the system for a very long time, right? And one of the important thing that you miss here is, we are working on a constraint of course, you don't have unlimited fund and unlimited time to get all the things set up in place. You have, of course, you keep your eye focused on the scalability, but you also look at what is going to be economical for people's money in the long term. And depending on the ISP, of course, it has a CAPEX cost which only keeps increasing as and when you use it. And this was a technology which did work equally good, equally well with the scalability that we had in mind. And it does the work, and that's why the solution was proposed. So one of the factors which was considered, which is very important, was the CAPEX cost going down the line.
Suman, you are saying that this is a low-cost solution. Because there is no availability of funds or limitation of funds.
Well, you can obviously, anything. One way is, there are two ways you can call things, right? One is you can call it cheap, or you can call it economical. Is the way you hear things, and it's a solution which is economical, which does the work with a very low dependency on the ISP providers, and it has a low.
Yeah.
Suman,
so I would just like to interrupt and also tell our viewers that Belgaum Smart City Limited has around 600 crores to spend on white topping of roads, which is, basically I feel smart city funds have to be used for smart solutions. Okay, and not on white topping of roads, which I think we are one city in the entire country where we spend more than 600 crores, and they are still adding more roads where it is good, white topping is going to be done. I strongly believe that this money had to be used for, we should have spent more money and we should invest on more smarter solutions rather than opting for cheap or economical or having budget constraints. More solutions, more IT based solutions, more IoT based solutions, which should basically help citizens feel secure, get government services to their citizens' fingertips.
Rajkumar ji, I just want to tell you that being like in this IT part and being an ICT manager of Belgavi Smart City, we have many other components also that is not merely about smart road what you are talking, because generally when
tell me one thing, I agree with what you're saying, but out of 1,000 crores, you're spending 600 crores, that is 60% on road, then what that is more visible. People have not seen the change or have not experienced the change.
No, let me don't say
yeah,
no,
exactly.
I'm talking about. See, I'm not debating. But what I'm trying to say, when I got that input from Sumanji, that it is economical. It is an economic. Why can't we spend money on a state-of-the-art technology? This is what my debate. My point is, why can't we spend money on state-of-the-art technologies? Why?
You are not allowing me to speak. The first thing I want to tell you that I am not from Belgaum, right? I am from outside. I am from some other part of the west part. So, like, what I feel that how many people here really use the technology? I have seen people still rely on newspaper, and the majority of techie people are abroad. Maximum of the people are abroad. Since whenever, as a citizen perspective, I take, they will talk about roads. But there are few things. Have you visited one of our smart bus shelter? There is a PIS, a public information system. So there is a Citizen app. The app is like, I have released the app.
See, I'm not coming to. I'm not coming.
Let him complain. Let him complain.
You are not allowing me. It's not the way. So things is that there are the mobile apps. So mobile app, how will come to know that it is for the best use of the public? So you can educate. I want your this podium to educate people of Belgavi. There are smart bus shelters. There are mobile apps. There is an ITMS solution. Now, if I want to create a green corridor, I have a system that I can straight away operate, and I can make a VIP moment, or I can create a green corridor. So I request on behalf of smart cities to you, sir, that kindly educate people on the utility system and smart system which is running, not on the smart.
So that the point is taken, and that's a good point. majority of the people don't know what is already done,
Yes.
what is available to use, because everyone has this small smart tag right outside their house, which is there since ages. And no,
Garbage collection,
okay,
garbage
how-
collection tag.
since how
RFID
many
tag.
years it is there?
Almost 3 years now.
So the perception needs to change, right? So what I'm trying to say here is things once your bus shelter is done, right? How do you let people know that it is ready for use?
It is already handed over.
How do you let people know?
Being from a smart city, I'll tell you, we are very poor in marketing. We have done many things. So I request, so I am requesting.
Satish, you think smart bus shelter will have a debate on it on a second, some other event. But I still feel
Let's come out of this.
I still feel smart bus shelter and your other thing, their citizen app, they're still work in progress.
He's saying it's done.
No, it's
So-
still not done. If you see the,
I think if you have your mobile, I can download and I can show you, and it is very useful. That I think how many people you are aware here that we give a free Wi-Fi. We don't know. 15 minutes.
Yes.
So I want to use it. Let's not be very negative, because there is always two ways, that halfway the glass is filled or halfway it is empty. So we have to take a very optimistic kind of a perspective to educate. I need this podium to educate people. Let's.
no, but you're saying components of smart bus shelter are complete.
Yeah, it is running. It's up and running.
All the components.
You know the best.
I think you have not visited. You
I've visited. I've visited.
The best way, and it's an eye
I
opener.
visited.
It's an eye opener for me too, that there are things which are completed and is ready for use. Unfortunately, there was no way of them telling it to us, and this is one platform. So let's take that as an opportunity and make sure. But how do we know what are completed, what are not complete? Is a status page. If there is any way you can update that on the status, and people who are socially active on that will probably pop.
We request this podium to
Definitely, we will see.
And there are 7, to be very frank, there are 7, like we have smart systems which are already in place. There are things, you can call it traffic signal. Now the timer was not there. We are checking it. You can see the work in progress and it is being completed. So there will be flaws. So let first of all expedite the system, that whether the system is that much stable. Mobile app, it is a very good app. At least if you are sitting here and you want to know
How many current active users on the Citizens app?
So that I have to check it. Recently I have not checked it, but it is a huge number. But I request you that kindly you can use this and you can tell people to download it. And
from this podium can reach the people to install the mobile app.
Yeah. Now I would also request you all to give me speak about the benefits of VMS. Because I asked about NVR. How would VMS? Why are you people
Preferring VMS.
referring VMS?
The VMS system is good because see it has two separate components. So the dependency on each other is less there. That's where everything boils down to when we have a breakdown.
You have any of your friends who are online who want to
maybe, yeah.
give their opinion? So I want you all to. I think Mr. Ravi Kumar, you want to speak about VMS? Hello?
Okay, so what?
Just ask anybody else who wants to speak on VMS.
Ravi, you are there? Shashidhar? Hello. Yeah. Please.
So basically the VMS architecture, that decouples the hardware from the software, and that lock-in goes off. And all these NVR based systems are very proprietary in nature. And when it comes to expansion or scalability, right, they suck big time. Only because every time you want to expand, you need to go buy both software and hardware coupled together. To come out of that trap, people generally, when it comes to a city type of surveillance,
Where the requirement is huge.
the point was actually raised. I think that was raised by Ravi, and which is very valid. For something like this, because I have done the Tirupati Devasthana city surveillance system, and we had a similar situation there. In fact, Mumbai city surveillance system also I have involved in. The challenge comes in when you put everything onto all the eggs in one basket type of situation. it becomes very difficult when it comes to scalability. Now, when it comes to projects like this, right, where after 5 years or 7 years or 3 years, things will get handed over to somebody else or a government body, it becomes very difficult for them because they get arm twisted by the vendor. The person who did that in the beginning could do it, could manage the vendor, but after 3 years when it goes to somebody else who had no clue about, he will be scared to change it, and he will be arm twisted by the vendor left, right and center with respect to scalability. And that's precisely is the reason why Basav and everybody else who is recommending open solution is for that. You have commodity based x86 boxes, just keep scaling them up. You can buy from Dell, HP, Lenovo or anybody for that matter. Software analytics, again you have an option of throwing it off and buying somebody else. The cameras, as long as they're capable of doing the analytics requirement on open platform or open protocol, should be good enough. That's the whole constraint right now. Nothing against the NVIDIA system. Had it been just a 24 camera or 100 camera fixed solution, very good, economical, very fine. His point about the road was very simple. When it comes to IT solutions or smart solutions, you are looking at economy way.
Budget constraints.
Budget, no, he didn't mention the budget constraint, but he put it across nicely, saying that it's economic. Why do we need to look at economy when it comes, the whole word about it is smart city, not smart road only. So he raised up that white topping part. Fine, we need that too. So his emphasis was very simple, that when it comes to smart, let us not keep a cap on economy, money, budget and all those things as far as the solution is related to smart, or is the smart solution for parking monitoring system and everything else. Anything which is non-smart in nature, in his language, which is road, then you can
various other funds.
There are plenty.
Corporation funds.
So don't get offended by.
No, they are not.
So they don't get offended because everyone has a different way of looking at things. I might like one thing, I may not the other. Similar way. So the whole idea about OpenVMS is this: why don't you reevaluate and see that NVR based solution? Is there any vendor lock? Yes, it's quite easy for us to refer big cities. Pune is doing, Mumbai is doing, Bangalore is doing, but unlike those cities, right, our challenges are different. Our flexibilities are different. So the people who are recommending NVR is the only constraint is, have you looked at those constraints going further? If not, please look into that. If yes, then not a problem. I mean, we are not calling ourselves as an expert, but this is something people have got their hands burnt on, and because of which they want to ensure that we don't have to, because we have done that. 2017 the TMC was opened, which is NVR based solution across the city. 120 cameras you're talking about, they're all NVR based. Now what happens is it's a super vendor lock-in, and the department is being arm twisted because of that. Had it been open solution, do you think it would have been difficult for anybody?
Change him, get another person.
Get another one, right? So that's the whole thing.
And just to add.
Then I also like to add another thing. See, when such things happen, government officials, they are already loaded with so many other works.
Exactly.
They'll say, who wants this? Let it. Then what happens? The system, we have invested money on that. It is not functioning.
I'll take a point here. You might have seen that most of the hardware is phased out after 3 years. It gets phased out because you don't get replacement parts and all.
Correct.
This. So in OpenVMS this is very much possible. Yes. But in an NVR based, just think, for after 5 years when this gets handed over to the department, if there is one failure, a small part also, you won't get it. Then you will have to replace the whole NVR. Why not now? And go into.
So you don't have to take a decision right away. It's something for Suman. It's something for.
This is out of experience.
It's like starting from
we don't want another.
Starting like a surveillance was a left out part, and we took it. We spoke to everybody. We got the approval.
All the approvals.
It's always advisable to take the best part. We have thought it across 10 years down the lane, so that the system will sustain, and already we went and we tried. So whatever the possible things were from our side, from the technical point of view, we have tried to. And the government has their own procedures, being while it is standard, it could be LCS, it should be a QCBS. So many factors comes into the point. It's not that we are the decision makers. There are many people involved in it, and there is a system built out. As you in the starting, Mr. Patil, you were telling that the common people should be taken. For that, always survey is there. So basically, a smart city structure is always dependent upon the central government fund, and that also on the state government fund. So if you can see that we don't have state government fund, and we got from center. So many things have been aspect. It's always advisable we should take the best and out of the best we have chosen this. I think today is the last date. I think Mr. Basavaraj was also called in pre-bid. I think your queries were, whatever the queries were, we have addressed. I think this VMS part, I think you have missed out. At that time you have not send a mail also regarding this, that it can
So
be
the
taken.
pre-bid meeting is kept for
It was
this
pre-bid
itself.
meeting. It was
A different vendor with different suggestion, if it is possible,
It's always
definitely we
advisable
will.
to take a correct
For next
decision
day,
at correct
after
time.
some of the so defense and all, the corrigendum was issued for the same in the next day itself.
Next
no?
day itself.
Whichever the
We have
considered,
taken
we
a
have
airport,
considered.
We have considered because if you-
Airport and defense we have considered in it.
So if you take a surveillance of a city and if you take a surveillance of an airport, definitely it's a totally a two different
different,
aspect. Two
Yes.
different aspect.
I have a question posted to you, Salman or Suman. Is it possible that a draft RFP is posted on your website before it goes out live?
No, we can't.
We can't. That's the procedure.
The draft RFP when there is a legislation.
No, but even after that,
For the specification, no.
In pre-bid, that's why my
Pre-bid is for that itself.
So,
Before.
Satish, one more thing I want to ask you. I think this is again being more in front of our citizens
Yes.
and viewers. Is you have Lemur India is your PMC, right? He's a
Tractable.
Tractable India is your Tractable India is your PMC. Why is Tractable India not involved in this project? Why do we have Mr. Suman Chaudhary who's handling this?
Actually, sir,
there is a term that we have a scope of work and term, and we went out of this, so the term was over, so they were not ready to take it. Like we have approached them, they were telling no, now my term is over and we'll be leaving. So they always
After till the agreement, their agreement was not renewed with the BSCL Belgavi Smart City. At that time, our proposal was being proposed to the.
Is it because of that? Is it because you don't have an IT expert?
no, it's
No,
not
no,
about
no,
it's not
about-
about IT
You
expert.
think you don't have an IT expert?
No, it's not about IT. It's
So
not
you
about
have
IT.
Sumanji to come and
No.
Mr. Suman.
See, I have for my
As a
viewers,
user, yes.
I have to be in this one discussion only in this room. Because Tractable India has taken Belgavi citizens for a ride. They know the cities, the officials in Belgavi Smart City also know how they have also suffered in their hands.
To be very
So
precise.
I want to know
No, to be
why,
very- I'm
because
coming-
as well I know all projects of Belgavi Smart City Limited.
To be very frank, why I took Mr. Suman as like we approached Mr. Suman, because I am knowing Suman from past couple of 7 to 8 years. He has worked in our head office, that is the nodal agency. He is very well versed, and he has almost 10 to 15 years of experience in India as well as in abroad. So when I told Suman that Suman, it's a very prestigious kind of a project and I need your help in this.
So he's consulting you all because you know him. That's
No, it's not the way. There is a way. There is a way. I have taken his request, and again, it has several procedure that we get for the quotations, and many other things are there. And then it was a very kindly gesture of him. He has spent much more time in Belgavi, and that also in the COVID time. Because you should take in consideration that me and Salman and our total BSCL team, we tried to at least get surveillance should not be
Left out in the.
Suppose there are always improvement. We can improvise anyway, and we have not taken an absolute.
No, you are saying only you as a smart city in entire India are doing surveillance and others are not doing.
No,
Others
if you
also
take
doing. Others are also doing.
if you take the Hubli Dharwad, if you take a Hubli Dharwad, they are not doing surveillance.
They are failed miserably than us. I don't. Let's not compare. Let's not compare us.
Across the total.
No. Tell me, Satiji, one thing. When you're saying command center, a command center is incomplete without a surveillance system.
No. There is always.
How can you? No, you tell me what is the purpose of having a command center without surveillance?
It's always a utility.
What does it? What
I can do a surveillance. There are many kind of surveillance.
without CCTV, without cameras, you can do surveillance.
There are cameras. No,
I don't understand.
we are using
Existing,
I think Ravi Kumar is saying
20
something.
black spot cameras
Hmm.
and 27 cameras on the smart pole,
9 intelligent pools.
10 cameras at the bus shelters,
What is the function? What is their function?
So that's why
That come
means
under the
Belgavi
surveillance
you are not
itself,
knowing it,
no?
sir.
That is what I am saying. No, but surveillance is.
So we have
Command center is incomplete without surveillance. This is what I am trying to say.
so the number of 5 to 6 cases have also been solved from
We
this feeds of the command
The police
center.
camera is not working.
Salman, that is surveillance.
Yeah.
That is surveillance.
No.
See,
But
Yes,
giving
yes.
a
What
feed-
I am saying and what you are saying is.
giving a feed.
Without this, you are saying already our
See,
system.
you are giving a feed. He's monitoring it. What is he doing? He's doing surveillance.
No. It's always. I'll tell you, we follow procedure. Many people approached us when something theft had happened at Gokte Circle. They approached for direct feed, but we told that
We need a police
Proper channel.
Because it's ICCC, you can't go and visit it, right? It's for the line department who are cross-checking it. It's not merely a public going and checking the feeds. Since for that safety purpose, in any of the city, if you take in across India, for this surveillance, it is sole department of a police thing, and it is always a separate
I
part.
want to sum up your thing.
Yeah.
And
No, that's-
they
I
want to
think
add something.
we-
I want to sum up and close this. So,
Maybe we should start with Ravi first.
then ask Ravi.
One more thing I want to say.
Yeah, please get.
In the smart pole, we have installed at the 9 location smart pole. As one of the emergency button is been available in that.
Panic.
It is panic button. A request from this podium to reach the people. In case of any emergency, people can contact through that button.
You should put a small board at
It
the
is
spot.
there.
Yeah, there is
It is there.
emergency. The word is been written there.
In the initial discussion, we did mention that, you know, make sure people know about what is already. I'm actually surprised that there are things which are already functional, and I was under the impression that we are waiting for some sort of inaugural to happen and we'll start using it. But anyway, this is a normal perception. So as and when things are getting ready, they're ready to use. I think it's the best way is to. You said you're poor at marketing with respect to what is already ready, but if there is any way you can let people know who could do it, like him or people like Uday is there.
Definitely we will.
You should come. No, I'm requesting
Because
you
you'll
all
feel
that
motivated when-
you all come again to our studio on what is ready and speak about what all services are ready and how citizens can avail it. You all come again and let's do another show on that. I'll be very happy.
2 minutes of time, almost 7
to 8 tracks are there, in which smart bus shelter is there, which compromises of a camera as well as the PIS system, a public information system, and a digital billboard, digital display is also there. So and a 15 minutes of Wi-Fi, also a bus to any student if you want, if you are waiting for
In the bus shelter.
in the bus shelter. And suppose if we have a mobile app also, that mobile app also has a lot of facilities. Changes are being happening, updates are being getting. If you want to just schedule your travel, that which bus is
Hey,
where.
Saraji, one more thing regarding when you speak about your mobile app,
Correct.
in where you are connecting to corporations services. You have one section you are connecting to.
No, so I actually.
So the problem there lies is the interface. See,
Actually.
the old desktop based web pages.
It's an iframe.
You need a mobile based.
He's getting there. So I agree.
To be very frank, that is it's
Navigating to a web page, because it's again I have
It's
to
redirected to the
from
page.
Belgavi one. Give me the API. It's a very plug and playable, which Suman was telling. So mobile is citizen app is again apart. We are getting a PRI lines also. We'll be getting a toll free number, so that citizen can raise their grievances. We have the login. I request this podium to use. All the citizen of Belgavi should be aware of this, and it's not regarding the mobile app. The intelligent pole, there is a panic button which Salman was telling. It's a very helpful kind of button which you can communicate one way straight away to the command control center and police department. People are
If you can just say.
the 9 locations.
Yeah.
I think Salman.
One is the Kolhapur Circle and KPTCL Demo Road. One is the Ashoka Circle and Chanama Circle, Bogar West Circle, Goa West Circle, and Yellur Cross RPD.
So all these panic buttons are on the pole itself.
Yes.
9 smart poles.
Okay.
So you use smart pole as a
And
nine.
when a user presses that, what happens?
It get automatically connected to the command control
center.
center, and you can send your message that you are facing any trouble or any kind of.
In case of an emergency.
And the line department sits there. Line
Yeah,
department
two-way
sits-
communication.
It's a two-way communication.
Look, I'm just trying to make it easy for the user who wants to use it. Press and leave it, and press and hold it.
No, press
talk,
and leave.
Start talking.
Okay, start talking.
Yeah.
So it rings the other side.
It rings on the other side.
Okay.
It's a very.
Have you received any call till date?
We
No,
are talking.
Okay, start talking. So it rings the other side.
rings on the other side.
Okay.
It's a very.
Have you received any call till date?
We are receiving, but not as much money as I told that people.
Someone passing from there just is
Just
clicking and go
just
passing
like-
away.
He's inquisitive and he's
Yeah.
Fake kind of fake alarms and all that. And I'll telling you what is the beauty of that mobile app, like what I was talking. Suppose you, in case of any accident, you are dialing 109 or whatever the number it is. We have linked with the nearest ambulance it is showing, and it will ring to the respective driver, right?
Of the
And
particular
it
ambulance.
is very easy for the public to, for any kind of a thing, and it will get a navigation also where the things have happened. It is in the case of medical emergency, it is the case of fire emergency.
Fire emergency.
Such kind of a facilities are there. So these facilities, I need Belgaum people support.
We will definitely do that.
Make some beautiful
I think
videos and send
it will
that.
basically help citizens who are in need, and I'm sure even your app has some functionality for the vulnerable, for women's safety. I think.
Yeah.
We tried in this RFP, whatever the things is there, it is being left out. You can compare entire in the Karnataka 6 cities. So we are trying a level best to do whatever possible it is in Belgavi. It should be available to the people. But people are very much worried about the road, because road is very much visible, right? So but the utilities, how much you do it, people are not aware it. And people are not, because I personally went to the bus stand and educated people. Sir, I'll get the Wi-Fi. But yeah, you have to register it for 15 minutes at least at this location, which seems to be very cool for a student at least can browse something.
Anyways, it's already time up, so I want to close the event. I thank everyone. I thank Mr. Suman, Mr. Shashidhar, Mr. Ravi Kumar. I thank Ajit Patil here, and I thank Basu Reddy, Salman, Sati Singh. Thanks everyone. I hope this discussion will help Belgavi Smart City officials to understand, and also I hope they've got some feedback from our this discussion, and in the days to come we will again host them and speak about the services that they've already implemented. And since I think Belgaum people should avail those facilities, because it is meant for us, and these are some smart solutions which Belgavi Smart City has spent good money on that, and we have to make use of it, so that people who want basically using technology, a lot of difference can be made, and they've already built some services, and I hope you all will make good use of it. Thank you once again. Thank you all.